Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. All right, I think we have one. We have somebody online. I don't know what happened to the first link. Let me send this one out real quick. All right. See what's going on here. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see who is online. Hi, how you doing? C2K. Can you hear me? I'm sorry, the first link, something happened to the first link, so we couldn't get the first link to work. And I had to just go live on the channel. All right. Hi, Toast Melon 67. How you doing? Let me see if in the next few minutes, let's see if anybody can, if more people can link up, and we'll just get started. All right. So let's see. All right. You can hear me clear, loud and clear. Thanks for the clarification. Let's get some. All right, all right, all right. This is.
watching it. Dude, silver, I mean, silver is what, down 50% now from its highs, but I think the more shocking part is gold.
Hi, hello.
Gold has been down for about 9 days in a row, and now.
All right, so I don't want to waste our time. It's already 8 minutes past the scheduled time, so we'll just get started. And the first thing I want us to, hi, hello. I think we got 3. Okay. If you're online, just say hello, hi, so I can see who is over there. I arrow fan 12340p. Hello, welcome. If you can just type where you're watching from. Hello, that's Charity Iyobosa. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. All right. iFan. Okay. Hello from Lagos, from Los Angeles. Where you at? I'm in Texas, Midland, Texas. Nice to meet you. All right. From Benin City, Nigeria. Welcome to the live stream. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Okay. I think we have 10 people. I'm from Pakistan. Welcome to the live stream. From the United Kingdom, Newcastle. Welcome to the live stream. All right. So I'm not going to waste much of your time. We're just going to go straight to the point. For those of you who are just meeting me for the first time, my name is John. I'm originally from Nigeria. I live in the United States. I live in Midland, West Texas. I work in the oil and gas industry. That's where I work. I still have my regular job. So even while I'm trading stock, I still have my regular job. So I'm not one of those YouTubers who would, hello, hi, who will tell you to quit your job because you have your winning trades, and your stock is doing well. And because of that, you're just going to quit your job. No, I still have my regular job. I pretty much work 7 days a week. And 7 days. And then I have another 7 days off. So I work 7 days and I take 7 days off. So that's my schedule. So pretty much I work 6 months of the year. And the other 6 months, I use it for my personal businesses. And that's what I do. I do real estate. I have real estate business. It's working well. And then I also trade stocks. So that's just a brief introduction of myself. So I would like to just get started for those of us who are actually here to learn what the stock market is. First off, you need to understand that the stock market, it's pretty much it's more like a trading platform. That's what the stock market is. It's a trading platform that you can use in buying stocks and also selling stocks. So you can either you buy and you sell. So that's pretty much what that's what we do. You don't have to know too much about the stock market before trading. There are people who just jump in, and before you know it, they already making money. Some people jumped in and they were already making money from it, right? So, but I really want us to look at what the stock market is and also how you can get started. I think that's the whole purpose of this live stream. So the stock market is where you buy and sell stocks of companies. So that's what you do in the stock market. I'd like us to look into the reason why you want to trade. So why do I want to be a trader? Why do I want to be a stock market investor? There is this popular saying that people have different reasons why they buy stocks, right? They have different reasons why they buy stocks. And some people wants to have it as, for long-term purpose. Some people want to have it for their retirement, and others wants to just be able to make that passive income that we have always talked about, right? Hi, Luis, hello. So that's what the stock market is. You can get into the stock market to trade your stocks, to buy securities of the companies that you love. Some people love Apple, some people love Amazon, some people love Tesla. So you just get in because you want to make some profits, and then you start buying their shares. You want to own a part of the company that you love, right?
It's still, a very high price. I remember.
So that's the reason. And I think the most questions that people wants to know is, how do I actually get started with the stock market? How do I get started? So before you can start trading stocks, you need to have a brokerage account. You need to have a brokerage account. For those of you in the United States, you can have brokerage accounts like Fidelity. You can have the ones like Weibo. You can have, what's it called? Robinhood. Like I said in my previous videos, Robinhood is more beginners friendly app that you can, get started with. And then for those of you who have been asking me from Nigeria as well about how they can also trade from Nigeria, you can also have the Bamboo app. The Bamboo app. So that's what those of you in Nigeria can also use to trade, right? I know someone was asking me how to buy and how to trade on your Bamboo app from Nigeria. It's the same thing. When you open up your app and you can go through it, you see where it says buy, you see where it says sell. And okay, it says Bamboo app. Okay, so let me go straight to the Bamboo app. So if you have your app, I guess it's going to ask you to put your PIN number. And if I can just walk that with you quickly, for those of you in Nigeria, if you want to walk that with me real quick. So as soon as you log in, you will see the page where it says your total wealth. It could be in US dollars, it could be in your local currency, which is Naira. And then I would like you to scroll down to where it says US stocks. Under where it says portfolio. Under where it says portfolio, you can see where it says US stocks. So you need to click on that US stocks, right? For those of you who wants to trade the US stocks from Nigeria or from Africa. So you go over there, and then it should show you some of the US stocks that it's available. You can see where it says must watch stocks, right? You can see where it says Warren Buffett portfolio. You can also see where it says Nancy Pelosi's last buys. So don't get confused with all of this. These are just information of people who are buying the US stocks. These are successful traders. So I think the app is just trying to tell you what they are buying at the moment, or what they have in their portfolio. That's what that featured teams is all about. So don't get distracted with that. You can see what they are buying and also copy what they are buying as well, if that's what you want to do. But if not, you can go ahead and click on buy stocks. If you're following me so far. So remember, I said open the app, go to where it says portfolio US stocks. So if you're getting it, just indicates that you are getting the explanation so far. So it says portfolio US stocks. You click on that, on the US stocks, and then under that page, you will see where it says buy stocks. So click on buy stocks. I don't know if I can get this to work on, let me see if I can do like a screen recording. Okay. All right. Are you seeing my screen? I don't think so. No. Okay. So it says buy. So you click on buy, right? Let me show you what so you can see the app right here. So you see underneath where it says buy, that's where you click on, right? So when you click on that, then you can go up here and search for the stocks you want to trade, right? Can you see that? So you can click on the stocks you want to trade. So let's take, for instance, you want to trade, what's it called? Amazon. Let's see. So if you want to trade Amazon, you can just go ahead and click on that. Shows you. It says buy, right? It says buy. So if Amazon stock is what you want to buy, you can go ahead and click this, and then you can buy what you want to buy. It says proceed. If you want to proceed, if that's the stock that you want, you just want to make sure that that's the stock you actually want to buy. So if you're buying, is that if that's what you actually want to buy, then you can go ahead and say proceed. And then you can put you see where it says the limit order or buy. So let me explain that real quick. When you go to buy, what you're telling the machine that takes your order in the market is that you want to buy at the market price. That's what it means. That you want to buy the stock at the market price. So whatever the market is trading at that moment, it's what you're going to get the stock for. So for instance, if the stock we're trading at $10, the current price was trading at $10, it's going to execute it at $10. So let's say you were not comfortable buying that stock at $10. Let's say you were comfortable at buying it at $9. That's when you go to where it says limit order, right? You go to limit order. You can see it. So that's when you go to limit order. And then you have to put how much you're willing to pay for that stock, if that makes sense. So when you click on buy, you're buying it at the market price. But when you do limit order, you are setting a price tag on how much you're willing to pay for it. So you don't, if the stock was trading at $10 and you submit your order and all of a sudden, market appreciates quickly and it's now trading at $11. Guess what? It's going to execute your stock at $11. So that's the danger of buying your shares or your stocks with the buy now order. Buy now. But when you go to limit order, you can set your own price target and say, well, I'm not willing to pay what the market is selling for at the moment, but I'm willing to pay less. So you have to put how much you're willing to pay for that stock. So when you do that, you put how much you're willing to pay for it. And then from there, you can proceed and place your order. So that's how you trade on every app. So I'm just using this one because I've been having a lot of questions from those of you in Nigeria on how you can trade US stocks. So that's why I'm using the Bamboo app. So for those of you in the US, it is the same principle, it's the same thing. When you're using the Robinhood, you're going to place your order. First of all, you're going to search for the stocks that you want to buy. And then you take that stock, you take the order based on if it's the market price that you want to pay for it, or you want to do a limit order. There's a particular price you want to get into the market with on that particular stock. So that's how you trade your stocks. So that's for the app. So you need an app that's, from your brokerage account that you can use in buying your shares. So I think that's it's one of the biggest questions I keep having from everyone. Like, how can I buy and sell my shares? So when it's time for you to sell your shares, it is the same thing. You pull up your portfolio, you click on that shares that you want to sell, and you just click the sell button. Same thing applies. If you are selling in the market at the market price, you can say sell now. But if there's a particular price that you want to sell it for, then you can say, you can use the limit order sell prompt. So that's about it. So another question is, how do I know a good stock? So I think that's very important because you want to actually know what you are trading, right? You really want to know what you're trading. So what actually is stock trading? Are you an investor or are you just a trader? What do you really want to be? Do you want to be an investor in the stock market, or do you want to be a trader? So there are two different approaches to the stock market. If you want to be a trader or you want to be an investor. So you need to answer that question. And the difference between that is, yes, I know you're broke, but yeah, you can. It says I'm broke. That's the whole essence of this live stream, for people who wants to get by, for people who wants to be able to create a passive income. So it doesn't really matter how much you have. It could be $20, it could be $40, it could be $100. You can start somewhere and start building. So that's the whole essence of building a community that can, benefit you financially to start making that passive income, to start generating income for yourself, right? So that's that. So do you want to be an investor or do you want to be a trader? And someone might be asking the question, well, what's the difference? The difference is that if you're an investor, it's not wrong. If you're a trader, it's not wrong. There's no right or wrong answer to it. It's just that an investor is someone who puts money in the stock market and hopes for appreciation in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So they really don't care about what the price movement is at the moment. What they want to do is just to put the money out there, let it grow, compound interest. It has dividends and everything, and you start building gradually. And that's for an investor. But if you want to be a stock trader, that's totally different. And at that point, you want to be active in the market. You want to be active in the market, right? And you want to make sure that you monitor every price action. So these are like swing traders, and these are like people who wants to make income, like consistent income, just to get by, right? Or that's just their strategy to be active in the market, like the day traders, the swing traders, option traders. So that's what the stock traders do. So they are pretty much like a short-term thing, short-term investor. That's pretty much who they are, right? So it all depends on what you want to do. Do you have the resources to be active in the market? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the technical know-how to be active in the market, to monitor price actions, to use your technical analysis, fundamentals, and everything? And what is the current situation of the economy in the market? So these are information. So it's a more robust approach to investing, right? So that's what the stock traders do. So it all depends on what you want to do. You could be an investor or you could be a trader. I do both, right? I manage my own retirement account, and also I have some other trades that I do for long term, for 15 years from now, 30 years from now, right? And it starts to make these quarterly returns, and with the compound interest, and hopefully it grows into something bigger in the next 25, 30 years or thereabouts, right? So those are some of the trades that you can do, and then you can leave a generational wealth for your kids, for your grandkids, and all of that. But I also do the short term, like the be active in the market as a trader. And the way I do that is by, selling option contracts. So on our next live stream, that's what I'm going to be telling you guys. But I need you guys to just, first of all, try as much as possible to open your app. If you're in the US, you can open Robinhood, Webull, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, whatever brokerage account that is convenient for you, that you want to use, right? And then for those of you in Africa, you can also use any app of your choice. Just get used to the app. Navigate, study it. It's an investment, so you want to put your time into it to actually understand what's going on, how to buy, how to sell. And there are some other platform that you can use dumb money to practice. You can actually practice buying and selling, and then from there, you start to introduce your real money. So I wouldn't advise you to just rush into the market and start using your money, real money, to start trading. I would rather you have a PayPal trading account where you can buy, you can sell, and you have no risk attached to that, right? And then you can learn a strategy on what works for you. So on our next live stream, I'll be talking about how I generate weekly, monthly income selling option contracts. And that's where I specialize in. That's what I do. And that's what has been giving me an edge in the market, and I've been beating the market every year since I started. I started this trading journey in 2020. So that's about roughly 6 years now. So, and ever since it's been amazing. And I would like you also to start that journey, get the knowledge, understand what's going on, ask questions. I want to see you ask questions so we can become, partners in this regard to help ourselves to become financially independent. All right. So I think that's where we'll be ending the live stream today. And I want to appreciate every one of you who came on the live stream. I'm so excited to have you guys, and together we can build wealth. Together we can build that, start having that passive income and start having that success story to tell to others. Let me look at the chat. I will after you send me my $200. That's funny. So what's your bank account so I can send you the $200? All right, so let me look at this. So I assume that, let me see. You have a nice teeth. Oh, thank you. Your $200. Well, that's funny. All right. All right. I guess no questions. Yeah, if you have any question, you can bring it up and we can discuss it. We can talk about it. And let me see if no, I do not speak Pakistani. I do not. I wish I could. I wish I could. All right. Okay. So thank you, sir, for some of the stock that carry red tag on the prices. That does not. What does that mean? So for the stock that carries red tags, let me see. Let me see quickly. The carry red tags. So what kind of red tag? I don't see that on that app. Red tags. Okay, so if you're talking about this, are you talking about this right here? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. So if that's what you're talking about, the tag there is just telling you what the market did last on that particular stock, right? So when you see that red triangle facing down, it shows that on that trading day, the stock was red. So it pulled back. That's what that means. That there was a pullback on that particular stock on that trading day. And if it was green, then it means that the stock had a green day. So there was an appreciation in price for that particular security. So that's what that means. That's what that means. So with that, you can easily tell. Okay, yes. Yes, so that's what that means. So when you see a red triangle facing down, it means that there was a pullback on that stock on that day. So the short sellers were winning on that day. They call them the bears, right? So in the market, you have the bulls and the bears. Now the bulls are the ones who are anticipating price appreciation. They're buying the stocks. They want the stock to go up. Why the bears are those who are not very optimistic about the stock. They're like, well, the stock is going to go down, and then they can short the stock, and then they'll be winning on that day. So that's what that means. So it kind of tells you the price movement of that particular stock for that trading day. And also you can look at it for, with time, we're going to be talking about how you can, pick winners in the market, like the stocks that is going to be having a good price appreciation. How do you know? We'll be talking about some real technical analysis, which involves the 20 days moving average, 100 days moving average, 200 days moving average, was the IROS, which is the relative I think it's index relative strength or something like that, relative index strength or something. Let me get the real word for that. So it kind of tells you about the strength of the stocks. You say, will that be a good time to buy? Yes, it all depends. So what I was talking about was the moving average. So how long has that stock been going down? Well, did it just go down for that day, that trading day? That's the question. Did it just go down that particular trading day? So you have to know what the stock has been doing for the past 2 weeks, for the past 3 weeks, or 1 month, or 2 months, or 3 months. So if it's a continuous trend downward, then you might want to look at what's happening to that particular stock in the market. Is anything wrong with the fundamentals of the company? Are they losing money as a company? What they used to do, are they having losses in their what's it called, in their what you call it now, their income, right? Price to income, the PE ratio and all of that. So you want to look at, why is the stock going down, right? And if nothing has happened to their fundamentals, then I would say yes, it will be the time to start buying. Now, the question about buying is this, like, you have to be careful. So let's say, for instance, you have $100. If you have $100 and you see a stock that's been down 50%, 40% for the past, 6 months or 3 months, and nothing fundamentally has happened to that stock, right? You want to look at you putting in a little bit of your money, let's say $10 into it, or let's say $20, just to open up a position and see how that works out. And then from there, if it keeps going down, now you have $90 or $80 to keep averaging down. Your dollar cost average down. You keep adding little money, every time it goes down below your cost price. And then by the time the stock starts to appreciate back, now you stand a better chance to make so much profit, because it could just bounce back in just one day. It could bounce back like 30%. So if you were just down 5% or 10%, because you've been averaging down ever since you started buying, then if it goes up 30% in one day, you would have already been in profit 20%, right? So that's what you want to do. So that the stock has gone down or has corrected for the past 3 months or for the past 6 months, and it's corrected maybe like, what's it called, 50% or 45%. You just have to monitor the market closely to make sure you are, you have the best price possible for that stock, so that when the stock starts to rebound, you can participate in the upside of that stock. So that's how you trade it, and that has to do with your market strategy, and also what's it called? They call it the psychology of the market. So you need to know how to position your portfolio to be a winner, not just buying stock and waiting, but also how to deploy your money to work for you in that stock. Because just like you anticipate that the stock will go up, it can also go down. So when it goes down, what are you going to do? Are you just going to fold your hands and start looking? No. If it goes down below your strike price, it goes down 10% below your strike price, your cost price, or it goes down 20% below your stock price or your cost price, it will be the time to add some more money into the market to help you average down and be at a better position such that when the stock starts to go back up, you will participate in the upside massively. So I hope that that answers your question, if that would be the best time to buy. Yes. And like the great investor, we always say, Warren Buffett, that when the street is red, when it's bloody, that's the best time to start shopping. So it's the best time to buy stocks. It's the best time to shop for stocks, good stocks that you can open up a position on, and then you start to build from there. So yes, red days are good days for stock traders. Yes. All right. So I think we have just one person online. If there's no other question, I think we'll be ending the live stream for today. Does that answer your question, Miss Charity? Is she still online? Okay. All right, guys. So we'll be doing this every week. And okay. So like I did, okay, good. So like I did a video yesterday and I posted it on my Facebook. So I started a position in CleanSpark. So for those of you who have been asking what kind of stocks can I buy now? So I've been looking at a CleanSpark, the ticker symbol. It's CLSK. CLSK. Let me bring it over here. That's the ticker symbol, CLSK. So you can type that one in and check for the price at the moment. So the price is currently $12.10. $12.10. So I bought in when it was $11.48. That was when I bought the stocks. So if you see that stock below $12, I will say I will be buying it below $12. Let me just put it that way. I'll be buying it anything below $12. I will start adding to my position. So I have 200 shares of those of that stock, CLSX. So that would be Charlie, Lovett, Sam, Estrie. That's the ticker symbol. So if you are on that Bamboo app, you can go ahead and type it here. It will be CLXS. Let me see. Okay. So when you type it in on your Bamboo app, that's what you will see. I think on your Bamboo app right now is showing $11.98. That's how much it's trading for. $11.98. So, and then for this, if I was to trade this, I can go ahead and say proceed. I can go ahead and say buy, right? It says proceed, yes. I'm gonna say yes, right? And then I want to do limit order. And then over here, it says 1196. So let's say I want to get it at 1150. So all I need to do is to change that 98 to 50. Look. I just did that, right? 1150. So why the limit order is good is because you don't have to be in the market when you do this. So you can set it up today. You can set it up today, and then by tomorrow, when the market opens, if the price goes below 1150, it will automatically execute it for you. So that's the good thing about limit order. It will automatically, it can't buy it above 1150. It will only execute it at $11.50 and below. So anything below that, it will execute it for you. But above that, it will stay the same. So if you do that today, you don't have to worry about it tomorrow. You just watch the market and then you can say proceed, right? And then here it's going to ask you the number of shares. It's going to ask you the number of shares, right? So $11, let's say you have $100 in your bank account, in your trading account. So if you're buying 3 shares multiplied by $11, that's about 20 something, 30 something dollars. So if you put 3 here, look, it's 3 shares, right? That's 3 shares. So now it's telling me that to own 3 shares of this stock, I would need to have $34.50. That's what I need to have in my bank account to own 3 shares of this stock, of this company, right? So I'm just showing you a live trade right now. So here it says number of shares. You put the number of shares that you want to own, and then it will automatically multiply it by how much the stock is trading for at the moment. So it's going to show you how much you need to have, how much you need to pay for this to own 3 shares of this company, right? And then after you've done that, then you can now say proceed. Look at, it's going to say proceed. So it's telling you again that this is how much they're going to be charging you. This is how much they'll be taking away from your stock, from your trading accounts. And then this is how much you're paying, right? So now it says place order at the very bottom. So if you're comfortable with that, you can go ahead and then you hit place order. Now your order is placed under limit order, right? So by tomorrow when the market opens, if the stock falls below $11.50, your 3 stocks will be available for you, and then they will subtract $35.50 from your money. They will subtract it from your money, and then you have your balance of whatever you have in your account. It will be reflected on your portfolio. So that's how you buy. So I just walked you through the process. You place a limit order, you place how much you're willing to pay for the stock, and then you put how many stocks, how many shares you want to own of that company, how many shares you want to own, and then you review it, and then you can now place your order. So that's how you place your order. And the same thing when you want to sell it. So you go back to that shares because it will be on your portfolio, right? And then you just click on it, you see sell, you click sell, you put how much you want to sell it for, and then you put how many shares you want to sell. Are you selling everything or you want to sell part of it? So you put the number of shares you want to sell, and then you review it, and then you hit place order. It's the same thing. And then when it executes, the money will automatically go into your trading account. So if you've made profit and you want to pull the profit out of the market, what do? You just click on it, how much you want to pull out from the market. You can transfer it back to your original bank account where you can withdraw the money to buy whatever you want, to do whatever you want to do. You want to, pay for fuel for your car. You want to use it for a restaurant bill or whatever. You can withdraw it from there. So there's also the the link for that. Just the way you transferred money into the trading accounts is the same way you would transfer money out of the accounts back to your regular account where you can withdraw the cash for use. If that explanation helps. So I'm actually looking at this stock. I already bought it. I'm already up. Let me see. I'm already up on that stock 6%. 6%. That's how much I'm up. All right. I'm already up 6% on that trade. Let me see. All right. So any other question before we call it a day? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? So let me show you. So here you can see the clean spark right there. CLSK. You can see I'm already up 6% on that trade. I bought the shares last week, and then I'm already up 6%, right? And then you can see the other one, MUU. I'm already up 28% on MUU. Look at it. So these are my trades, right? So you can see. So this is real. It's not, we're not hyping anything. It's just the reality. If you want to make money in the stock market, you can make money in the stock market and to better your life. So it's real. And I'm here to help. Whatever you need, questions, answers, I'm always here. All right, I guess there's no more questions. We'll probably have to call it a day here. And I want to thank you all for showing up. It was really, really, really great to have you guys on my live stream. And I hope I have been able to give you a little bit of information and a little bit of value for your time. I know a lot of you are going to be, testifying of your success very, 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 very soon in the stock market. All right. I will see you guys next week on our live stream, where if you have any questions, you can drop your questions. I will be answering them in our next live stream. Do have a nice day, and those of you who are already getting ready for bed, do have a good night. All right, bye.